index. What does that mean? Just think about what that means for a second. Lack of referential index. It's missing something. It's lacking something. What's it missing? It's missing something to which it's being referred. Referential index. It's lack of referential. So let's give you an example of lack of referential. Anybody? They. Might be. It's an unspecified referential index.
No.
It's dark.
It's dark. It's dark, which is a bunch of other minimum violations too, right? We don't know, how specifically it's dark, what's dark, but when it's dark. Weather forecast tonight calls for periods of dark. Famous George Carlin. Yeah, what's another example of a lack of referential index?
Oh, you mean a whole sentence?
No, just a
There are
sentence.
words, I see.
Yeah, a sentence would have a containing a lack of referential.
So it is always, I just want to sort of, between lack of RI and generalized differential index.
I think there's probably a distinction, actually, that the lack of referential index is missing it entirely. The generalized referential index would be something more like a pronoun. So it's unspecified referential.
Well, it is a pronoun.
Yeah, it is a pronoun, so therefore
Are
it's
those
not.
the same thing? Generalized referential
Are they the
index
same?
and unspecified?
Well, yeah, generalized and unspecified are the same thing, but lack of referential.
Okay.
Right? So,
I would think that to me, generalized differential index is like dogs or blah, blah, when there is a whole class of objects instead of specifying one. Like in structure of magic, they say that if a noun is specified by a list, it is specified differential index. And if it is by a rule, then it's generalized.
okay.
So, right?
Okay, that makes sense. How about that they were barking?
Well, that's more like laugh.
It's more like lack, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know who they are.
Mhm.
They might have been a bunch of dogs, perhaps, but they might have been not dogs. It might have been cats, which would be really strange.
They might have been good looking.
Very true.
I'm getting confused on these different.
Excellent, that means you're about to learn something.
Can I
Woohoo!
see this? Can I see this? Lack of referential index, or something that represents a lack of referential index. You can have it as like, can you follow it with a question like compared to?
Sure.
So, right. So this is a tight quarter. Well, compared to Javits, convention center, or compared to the space shuttle.
Right.
Yeah. You don't have a frame of reference.
You can always ask questions like that. Well, questions like that tend to retrieve information about a comparison. Like compared to what, well, compared to that. It still might be that, we still might not know what the lack of referential index is referring to.
Right.
Just know that it's compared to something else, but we still might not know what it is.
Right. What it is, right.
So they were barking, well, compared to what? Well, compared to the cats, they were barking. We still don't know that it was dogs or children or seals or, baby seals,
Right.
rangers. We don't know who was barking. We don't know when they were barking and how loud they were barking. We
What
don't know a lot
caused
of
it?
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we basically don't, this is the big thing, it's who, right? So the compared to what, all these questions are valid, but it depends on what information you want to retrieve. If I want to find out compared to what, then I ask that question. If I want to find who, then I ask that question.
So I just remember a good example of lack of referential index is any passive verb, like I'm being bullied.
I'm being what?
Bullied.
I'm being bullied, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I'm being bullied. Great example. Thank you, thank you. I'm being bullied. So why is that? Because I'm is not the question. this is not unspecified. If I say this sentence, I'm being bullied, you know who I'm talking about, right? I'm being bullied. And we know the verb is not unspecified. All verbs are kind of unspecified, okay? But basically, we know what's going on. But we don't know what. Who's doing what? What don't we know here, Ira?
You don't know
We don't know,
who, you don't know who I'm, who.
we know who I am.
Oh,
I'm being bullied. What don't we know?
by who?
How?
By who?
Or how?
We don't know specifically how. We know
Well,
being
bullying
bullied.
is pretty vague. to
Bullying's
me.
pretty vague, but we don't know really who's doing it. We don't know who's bullying me.
It's like this seat has been taken.
Ah.
Another good example. The seat is taken. That's a good example because seats are usually taken by people, usually, right? So which person is missing? It's a great example. Thank you. Nice examples.
So those are lack of referential.
Lack of referential, they're not unspecified. You know, she's taking the seat would be unspecified. But the seat is taken is a lack of referential because there just isn't one there at all.
Why is the word index?
I don't know. Ask David Gordon. As Kevin was saying earlier, these were made up by a linguist. For every specialty has their jargon, has their way of speaking about things. Linguistics created their own because it was really meaningful to them. And if we studied it, we'd find out a reason for why it is that way, and we'd probably learn those terms and start speaking that way because it is meaningful. All we really need to know is that there's something missing here. All we really need to be able to do is find out what's missing. And how would you do that? What question would you ask for this statement if you wanted to retrieve missing information? What's missing here? Who's taking the seat, right?
So I,
Yeah, so what would you say? Hi, you here for the NLP class?
Excel.
No, NLP.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Come back. It's okay.
what are you doing?
Sorry. Yes, this is the Excel file. Let's do it. We don't know who took the seat, so we need to ask what? By whom? Right, or who took the damn seat? Right, we need to ask the question. So you need to retrieve missing information, you simply ask questions. Generalized, I don't think it's even in the book. Lack of referential index.
It's the last one.
Lost performative?
Oh yeah, that's the same thing, right? I hope.
No.
No.
No. Lost performative is about values of liquids. If it's good, it's bad, sense of.
Oh.
They're very similar, but different.
It's not me.
Might be me.
It's not your suit.
The suitcase. Run.
It sounds like my phone. It's in my pocket. The car was driven. Interesting. Yeah, that's me. Okay, the car was driven. Isn't that an interesting kind of ambiguity? Like you can be driven to success, you can be driven to commit suicide, you can be driven, so the car was driven. It's just- But cars don't usually just drive themselves, right? So what's missing here?
Who was driving the car?
So what would you ask?
Who was driving the car?
Good question.
Who was driving?
Yeah, this is a brain surgery. It's really very simple. It's really very simple. There's something missing here, so you ask for it. Who drove the car? Who's
Where?
taking the seat? Who's bullying you? Right? referential, who are you referring to? What's this referring to? Who's missing? You're missing this person, they're lacked. They're lacking this referential index, so you have to supply it somehow, so you ask for it. All right, so do me a favor, write one of these. I've written 3, you write 1. Write a statement with a lack of referential index.